Today I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I'm going to show you exactly how much YouTube pays me for a channel with 10,000 subscribers. Time to think like an investor. Let's be honest, who doesn't want to make more money and also spend less time doing work that they hate? It seems like a no-brainer, right? And so for me, that was actually a big motivation of starting this channel. If you're new here, my name is Josh. I am a 6th-year certified financial planner, and I run my own wealth management firm. And the great thing about the business that I'm in is if you work really hard and you can survive a couple tough years at the beginning, you can actually build a substantial business. The problem is it takes a lot of time to do so. It's not a quick growing business. It's an industry where you really have to have patience. Now, as somebody who works in wealth management and sees success stories all the time and helps them manage their finances, generating wealth isn't overly complicated. Really, in essence, the formula is you work really, really hard, either as an entrepreneur or in a job that you can outperform in. You take money every year that you can save and invest and put it into income-producing assets. Over the time that compounds, and 30, 40 years down the line, voila, you have money and you have assets that are paying you instead of you having to work for it, okay? Everything else in the story of wealth creation is just details. That's really the foundational piece. But now that raises the question, okay, if you have leftover energy and passion to spare after doing that, what's going to stop you from maybe trying to get there a little bit quicker? The reality is I work with a lot of successful young people, and all of them have the common denominator of they either started a business or the ones who were successful very young built software or built a content platform. In this day and age, we have access to infinite leverage. You can put out one viral video and get paid over and over. You can develop software one time and sell it over and over as a subscription service. So there are business models that exist today that did not exist for my parents or the boomers or other people, right? We have access to income streams that can be built quicker. They just take a lot of time and a lot of grit. And today I want to show you how this income stream that I'm building here on YouTube is going so far and what you can expect if you're someone who is resonating with these ideas and might want to actually start a channel of your own. What can you expect to make with something like 10,000 subscribers? But before I get into the exact dollars and cents that I'm earning from YouTube, I think it's important to set the expectation. This was not easy. This was an absolute grind, and it continues to be. I enjoy it, but producing 2 or 3 videos a week consistently for years, which you kind of have to do in order to have this kind of outcome, it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of thought, and it takes a lot of effort. And so for me, it's been about 20 months of putting my head to the grindstone every single week to produce videos for you guys. And I'm trying to make them as valuable as I possibly can for free to you, not so that you pay me, but so that some other advertisers will pay me to continue to provide value for you. So thank you so much for everybody who's subscribed and watched along so far. You are helping these advertisers see me as more valuable. So first, let's take a look at what the last 28 days have looked like, okay? For me, I'm getting about 33 to 35,000 views every single month. And if you're into this sort of thing, YouTube actually pays you kind of per view. So that's a very important metric in the monetization of this kind of business. Now, over the last month, I've garnered almost 3,000 hours of watch time. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate that. And we're growing by about 750 to 800 subscribers every single month. Now, what you might see here is I don't even have 10,000 subscribers yet. I actually have more like 9,600. But within a couple weeks, as you can see from these trends, we will certainly be there. And by the time you're watching this, odds are you're seeing this at 10,000 or maybe even more than 10,000 subscribers. But seriously, how much revenue is this producing for me? Well, one thing you need to know is that some of the biggest videos on my channel got demonetized. Maybe I had music in the background that was too loud, it got copyrighted, whoopsie. Or maybe there was something I said that made it demonetized. YouTube said, nope, we're not gonna pay you for this content. For whatever reason, I'm not getting paid on those. And so what you're seeing here is a number that's maybe 5 to 6% less of what it actually could be. If you were to start a channel and have all your videos monetized, you might see a 5 to 6% bump. Now, another nice thing for me is that all of this is paid in US dollars. So if you're in Canada or you're in the UK or you're in Australia, you also have to take the currency conversion into account because YouTube pays in US dollars. But now for the number everyone's waiting for. Drum roll, please. For 10,000 subscribers and 35,000 views in a month, YouTube pays me about $552.71 per month. That's over the last 28 days. Now, in addition to this, we've also had many sponsorship opportunities. I get emails all the time from like these little shit coins or like Saudi princes wanting to sponsor the videos. And although some of those might be legit, I only really respond to the ones that are extremely legit or that have been pre-vetted. And so we do have some sponsorship deals, and over time, these have paid us on average from $200 to $300 every single month. Some YouTubers talk about affiliate revenue. I really just don't think we have the traffic necessary to produce a lot of affiliate revenue. So as of now, That is zero, other than any clients that get referred to our business from the channel, but that is fewer and further between than you think. So for now, the total comes to $802.71 from all sources. When I convert that to my local currency, Canadian dollars, it ends up being $1,011.41. If I think about what previous rental properties earned me in the past, that's actually more cash flow than like a $250,000 rental property. So it absolutely took more work than it takes to buy a rental property, but the nice thing is this kind of creates income in perpetuity. I don't have to manage tenants. I get the benefits of YouTube, you guys leaving nice comments, and I get to engage with the audience, and people come to me with questions. We have this great little back and forward. But here's the really interesting thing that I want to talk about next is how things are progressing and how they're growing, because the rent you earn on some sort of investment like a rental property, what have you, doesn't increase exponentially every month. And so next I want to show you the growth and how optimistic it is, because in the initial stages of YouTube, there is like a plateau and you're going nowhere and you're sending out this signal and this noise and no one's listening. And so after 20 months and 10,000 subscribers, we're starting to see a lot of our charts, whether it's impressions and views and even compensation, these things are starting to go exponential. So I'm getting very encouraged by this. There's definitely been some lows in the process where you get very discouraged. You're like, no one's watching this. This isn't making any money. What's the point of all this effort? And now 10,000 subscribers, almost 2 years in, we're starting to see the rewards of this kind of grow a little bit each month, which is the kind of positivity you want to see, because you can't delay gratification forever. You'll just give up. Where all of your attention from on YouTube starts is with impressions. How many people are seeing your thumbnails? How many people are seeing your titles when they're scrolling? Are they seeing something you've posted? And for me, if you look at the lifetime impressions of my channel, you can totally see how these are kind of starting to go exponential now, which is really exciting. Some days now, 20 months in, we are getting almost 33,000 impressions. There's almost 33,000 eyeballs, I guess there's like 66,000 eyeballs, looking at my content, seeing my thumbnail, seeing my title, and that's exciting. It means that YouTube is starting to actually put my content in the algorithm, which is great. Now, going exponential, but to a smaller degree, is the amount of views that are coming from those impressions. It's nice to see that the views are increasing steadily and they're starting to spike a little bit now that I've been at it for a long time, but we're getting sometimes 2,000 views every day, which is really exciting. And so if we're at 2,000 views a day on our best days, that might mean next month we could be at 40,000 or 50,000 views instead of 30 or 35. Now, in terms of subscribers, thank you subscribers for watching this video. I appreciate you so much. That grows a little less exponential because it's the amount of people who are willing to commit to having your content filtered to them. To me, having a subscriber is worth so much more than a view, because it means there's someone who is engaged and enjoys the content and might have multiple views. They might watch multiple things. It grows slower, but we're at the point now where some days we're getting 60 subscribers a day. On average, maybe closer to 40, but it's still a growth rate that I'm just super happy with. And lastly, if you look at the lifetime growth in ad revenue, that started to go exponential as well. We had some really good days back when there was the whole AMC and GameStop fiasco. Everyone was getting involved in the markets. Everyone was watching content about that. We nailed the trend. That was really good. But ever since then, it's been in a slump because you can't hit the trends every single day. So now what we have is kind of this more sustainable, consistent, exponential growth in the earnings we're making every day. And so the moral of the story here, guys, is there's this new digital economy that is emerging, and doing what I love as a career in terms of the financial advisory space and helping people with personal finance, I thought, why not bring that into the digital space and maybe even create an income stream for myself? And as you can see, it has been a lot of work. We probably got 170 videos now. It's been 20 months. It's been a lot. But all that being said, we're starting to see that progress. We're starting to see things go exponential a little bit. But hey, have we exceeded expectations to this point? Funny enough, absolutely not. You always have these high-minded ambitions whenever you get into a new venture. It did come in under expectations of what I'd think it would do at 2 years. I also took part in a course, Ali Abdal's Part-Time YouTuber Academy. And I did that just to come to grips with what a successful YouTuber really does and some of the strategies and making sure these videos didn't just go to waste. And he has a saying that says, if you produce 2 videos every single week for 2 years, your life will change. I'm coming up on that 2-year point. And as much as this channel is amazing and I love the engagement with you guys and the DMs and the comments, and I feel like some of you are actually getting value from these videos, has it changed my life financially? Absolutely not. No, it hasn't, not even a little bit. But all that being said, it's optimistic. We're seeing the growth. I'm going to keep it going even if it didn't pay anything, because I really enjoy what it's creating in terms of the community here. And some of you guys get some value out of these. So if you got any value out of today's video, help me become more valuable to advertisers. That'd be great by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, and turning on post notifications for more videos just like this one every single week. Until next time.